This is a Pixoo 64. It's a pixel art cloud frame, and it's going to change the way you see pixel art a little bit. This thing has social media counters, music visualizers, and just a great way to display pixel art. It came in a really nice packaging, and it comes with a really nice C-port charger so you can plug it into the wall. And here's our picture frame. It's nice and shiny when it's off. Hello there. It comes with a stick in the back that you can just prop up like a normal picture frame. It has some hooks that you can install on the top and bottom, and it has the notch in the back so you can hang it up like a normal picture frame. Alright, let's connect this and check it out. Alright, so here's what it looks like when it's all turned on. As you can see, it's really bright, pretty vibrant, and it likes to play its own little roundabout of animations to show you what you can do with it. And for a size comparison, here's my hand up to it. So it's a pretty decent size. It's bigger than I thought it would be. So the way it works is it boots up and you download their app. It's on iOS or Android. I chose to do it on my iPad because I have a much bigger canvas that way. And then there's a whole list of things that you can do with this. So on the main home screen, you can have things like a countdown timer. So if you're playing a game, you can do that. Alarms. There's a scoreboard even. I really like this. So if you're playing games together, which I have game night every other week, it'll just display the scores. So if you go over to the add clock, into the clock gallery, you can have, obviously, their default clocks that they do have, like this one, which is very adorable. They also have visualizers. So this one will actually, go along with sound because this does have a microphone on it. So if you're playing music, you can have it like jam out to the music with you. My husband especially likes this version because it's really cool looking. Another thing it has is it has actual visualizers for social media. So you can do, for example, me, give it a second to load and it'll connect to my account. And it'll display my YouTube name and how many subscribers I have currently, which is really neat to have. They have Twitch, they have TikTok. I believe they also have crypto counters and stock market follows. So this can actually, through the app, connect to social media and display it onto your device. And you can have something as simple as just a message board. There you go, I can have my own little message and it has a little clock for me, the day and everything, and it can be like a cute little movable image on your wall. And it has a whole slew of like live counters that you can do, which is really cool. I've just scratched the surface of all the things that they offer just under their own clock section. Now, as cool as all these features are, there's one thing about this that absolutely blows my mind, and that is the fact that this is a wonderful way for you to display your artwork. Not just any artwork, pixel art. If there's any type of medium that I feel like is really hard to display in your home, it is pixel art. I enjoy doing pixel art. I've been getting into it with my second horror channel, but a lot of that really goes unseen in my day-to-day life. I can paint and do drawings, and those can be hung on my wall. I may even print out some of my artwork, but it feels almost odd to print out pixel art. So this is such a beautiful, wonderful way to really open up that side of the art world. I think having like a visual, like picture frame of your pixel art is just a wonderful step in the right direction. So there are different things you can do. You can design still images, you can animate, and they have pixeling color challenges. So you have like a coloring book, and if you do it on the app, it'll show up on your picture frame as you do it. So one of the first things I did obviously was I took the pixel art I've already made previously, and I can upload it to the canvas and it will pixelate it and put it on here for me. So here's a pixel art piece that I've already used before, and here it is displayed there. And it looks really cool seeing it not just on like a phone for once, and seeing it as like in a frame. And I animated it so the light actually flickers just to give it a little life, because it's really easy to do like animations like this through the app. So let's go into the edit mode and really see what it looks like. So as you can see here, it actually looks like an art program. So you have all these colors, you can add more colors, they have a color wheel, and they have all of these tools. You can add an image here. This is your aspect ratio. fill tools, they have the backwards and forward button. They really do have everything that a normal art program would want, except it's pixelized. And I think it does a really good job that if you insert a photo that is very high quality and not pixel art, it does a very good job of pixelating it for you, which we will explore that later. But up here are my frames. So if you look up here, I just have it with the light and then without the light. And as you can see, as I'm flipping through on here, it'll update on my big old screen over here. And all you have to do to see your animation is click this button right here, and it'll show it right here and on your big screen. Actually see what it looks like on the Divoom. And there's also a little speed thing right here, so you can speed it up and slow down your animation. So you don't have to really think about counting frames that much, and it makes the whole process a lot simpler and easier to do. Another one that I animated was my little draw this in your style contest art piece that I did, and we did have a pixel art submission that did win, so it was really cool to see what my style looked like pixelated, and I think it did such a wonderful job. And since it's really cute and very horror, it added to that feel. And so I just made her blink, and it's just a few frames. If we go into here, you could see I just made a few frames, and then I basically copy and pasted them, which is really easy to do. And also you can work in layers, which I didn't do, but you can work in layers on your art piece like a normal art program, just displaying art in general. Now this time around, I did not have the ability to print off every single art piece from my contest, and that kind of bummed me out because I love looking at your guys' art. So this is a really good way for me to highlight your guys' art without needing to go to the library and print them out, which isn't really super accessible to me. So it's really just like having a live flip book that is also pixel art. And of course I did a version of the fan art because I can't just do the draw this in your style stuff. Your guys' fan art is still some of the cutest thing I have on my wall, and of course I'm going to put it here too. Here's another example of some pixel art that I've done before, and it looks really cool. It gives such that creepy vibe, and the way that it handles dark colors very well and also has the really bright green on it is amazing. Another thing that I really wanted to show off is that you can go into a gallery where not only you can post your art, but you can use other people's arts and animation on this. So here's kind of like the public area where everyone can share their creations and you can display them on your Divoom. And some of these range from people just having a good time to actual professionals making little animations and artwork for you to show off. But if I'm doing something like a really cute drawing or I'm recording a video, I try to lighten the mood by surrounding myself with different colored lights, and this is just going to make the creative process so much easier to get me in the mood to do things. Ah, look how cute it is! The people on here are absolutely talented. So I did save a few that I really liked in my favorites tab. It's right where you would upload your stuff privately or publicly. So here's a little cat animation. You got the little twinkling stars and the little tail. This is absolutely adorable. This one's definitely on the creepier side. It's gonna get me a little, pumped up. I might put this on when I'm playing Lethal Company. Let's see, this one is really cool. So there is another feature on here. This actually does help you kind of learn pixel art a little bit. Other than its challenges where it has you color in the pixel art, is you can color in the public pixel art. So if I click this button right here and I select the frame that I want, it's going to give me the colors that are in this pixel art and the numbers. So it's kind of like a paint by number, and it can really help you learn pixel art if you don't really know what you're doing. Look at that. Look how cute that is. That's gonna be on my wall or on my desk, and I love that. Now these guys are participating in Black Friday and I believe Cyber Monday too, so now is the time to get it. On screen will be a promo code that I have. So if you use this code when purchasing this item, you can get 10% off of it. And it helps out the channel a little bit. So thank you guys for looking this over. I've had a blast dabbling into this, and I think this is my new favorite art hobby. I've done crocheting, I've done painting and all the digital art, but literally pixel art in real life is gonna be my new thing. Let me know if you guys have this or plan on getting it. What are you guys gonna make? What's the first thing that you would animate and put on your wall? Alright, make sure to check these guys out. They are wonderful, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye!